Alright viewers, so you see this, you want this? Yeah, well I'm not talking about this. Today, we're going to be talking about my 2 Halo maps that I made in 2025. So this is just going to be like a recap of the maps, talking about backgrounds, basically just a devlog of both the maps. So I started making this 6/30/2025, that's June the 30th of 2025. And I had Luke help me measure this stuff in Human Fall Flat by laying down with the Bob, which that's the character inside the game. He helped me measure this room and this room. Not all of it, but a handful of it Luke helped me measure. Then since Luke was kind of being lazy and not wanting to help me, I was doing it on my own with 2 controllers. Then I just decided to just use 1 controller, and I figured out a way. If you like raise up your hands inside the game and you tap X and you like flop them back and forth, like wiggle them, then it makes you fall forward straight most times. So I use that measurement for the rest of the map. The map is very detailed and very accurate to Human Fall Flat. And this map was created as a love letter / test to see if I could actually create a 1-to-1 replica of this map in Halo. The answer is yes, I could almost create it. Now, it is missing 2 giant trees right here. And it's missing giant trees over here and right here. The hardest part about building this map, I would say, would probably be the trees and the pillars. So if you notice, the pillars take up a lot. So this is just a voiceover because I fucked up when I was talking about the Twitter situation. So basically, I took my TikTok video of the map not being done, the Human Fall Flat map, and I made sure it was only like a 15-second video because it was just supposed to be like a small video that didn't have the best visuals, but TikTok made it so much fucking worse, and whenever I moved around, it was just fuzzy, blurry, you couldn't really make out a lot of objects and stuff, and the map already looks the same and stuff already looks like that it's coming together, so it made it even worse. So I waited until they tweeted the official Human Fall Flat account, and I replied to their tweet on Twitter with that TikTok video. They retweeted it, and I commented on it, some stuff about why I made the map and stuff like that. You can go find it if you want to, but yeah. Link will be in the description. Basically, the hardest part about this map was the pillars, because it takes 6 pieces, 6 materials, just to make one of these pillars. Columns, if you want to call it. There is 33 columns inside the map. That's 6 for each column. That's 198. I only have around 600 materials that I can use. That's taking up 198 just for these pillars. Just the pillars. That is a lot, okay? So I cut down the limit by, where is that? 9 columns were cut, reducing it to 144. And the trees are, it's six objects for a small tree. 10 for medium and 14 for large. So this is the medium, the only 2 medium trees. I just used this piece for it. And then this is the large. Right here is large, and right over here is large. The trees are not 100% accurate. They are pretty close, and they do look okay for the amount of resources I used. But let's go over the map. The beginning part was really hard for me to do because I wanted it to be absolutely perfect. And so I spent a lot of time on the beginning part. In total, this map took me 50 hours to make. 50 plus hours to make. And it took me, what is that? 191 screenshots and photos of measurements. For me to recreate this map. The second room was probably one of the more easier ones. Now, as I went along, I got better at, and I got more confident at making each room. So the rooms kind of sped up. But the first 2 rooms, I was not feeling confident at all. I was a little bit burnt out. I haven't made a map in like 6 months plus. So I just wanted it to be perfect. So this map went through a lot of changes, with this bottom part being changed to be bigger. I think it used to be like this size right there, but I decided to make it bigger because it wasn't correct. Second room was pretty easy. It looks amazing. There is a little area down here, but you die if you come down here. It's an instant death kill barrier. And then this is a safe kill barrier. So if you move out of this zone, in 10 seconds you die. It's maxed out on resources. There's only first spawners. There's only respawns. There's no beginning spawners. Second room, as you can see, these are the 9 columns that were cut. The bottom of it, as you can see, were cut. But it does look pretty good. Not from underneath though. Then you come over to this next room. Now this, I worked a lot on. I think I worked like 3 to 4 hours just on these stairs, because I wanted to get them perfect with the angle and everything. Oh my god, that needs to be deleted. Okay, see that? This right here is a mess up piece. This shouldn't be here. So this is the one piece that I missed, I guess. That should be flat and nothing. But yeah, I just use these pieces for it, and it just curves down. This is what it would look like without it. It looks kind of hideous, kind of basic, kind of like it's missing something. This camera up here is what people see whenever they load in and you look at your loadout. The statue turned out amazing. I'm surprised on how good it turned out. For the water effect, I just used this bottom part, this blue part, and as you can see, it looks like water. So I use it as like a little puddle, because this is supposed to be a water fountain, and then it's also the base for it. The dude actually has something down here, and he used to have hair. He used to have the bean bags as hair, sandbags as hair, but I took it out because I didn't really like it. This is what it would look like if you took away all the trees back here. As you can see, it kind of looks pretty empty, like there is something missing. You cannot get stuck behind those trees over there. I made sure of that. In Human Fall Flat, you could, but this is Halo. These gaps you can shoot through, and you can actually see people. And for the secret weapon, it is right over here. You gotta like lean off the ledge till you get a notification. There's the exact way. There we go, like this. You gotta look off right there. And that weapon right here is the overpowered weapon. It only spawns once, and it does this. I did play this map. I recommend with random weapons, secondary and primary. Do not use jetpack. I would say ban jetpack for this map, because whenever I played this map, everybody just used jetpack and they would just fly into the air and just shoot down at you. So if you got like a shitty spawn over here with like no cover, they would just fly straight up, throw grenades down, bounce over here, and then just instant kill you. So I would ban jetpacks for this map just because of that. It should work fine with other abilities, because then it forces people to actually go to different areas. But yeah, I saw this map then, and I finished it, when? I started this map 6/30/2025, so that's June the 30th of 2025. And it was finished on 10/29/2025. Then I plan to make the next map, which I only made in 20 days, and you guys will see how it looks. So this is the Gang Beast map, Trawler. I only spent 20 days making this map, from the 5th of December all the way to the 25th of December 2025 is when I started making it. Now, if you want to count measurements, my first ever measurements taken of this map was 11/11/2025. So that was November the 11th of 2025. is my first measurements. My first actual building was then. It took about 32 to 35 hours plus to make this map, and I made it over the course of 20 days. Christmas Day, I got no sleep the day of. So the 24th, wait, is Christmas on the 25th? Yeah, it is. So on the 24th of 2025, December, to the 25th, I got like no sleep that night, nothing. I got 3 hours of sleep that night, and the next day I had a Christmas party to go to. You might ask, why did I get no sleep? It's because that I spent like the whole entire night just working on this map. So I only got 3 hours of sleep, and then I had to go out to go pick up ham at this one store that we pre-ordered. And then after I came back from the Christmas party at around 6, I then streamed for another like 7 to 8 hours. 7 to 6 hours. So yeah. Technically this map was posted a minute too late. Okay? But it was fully finished before within the 25th, so Christmas, within Christmas this map was fully finished and created. I guess I'll show off the secret weapon first. Secret weapon is over here. These are 10-second kill timers. To keep you off of here, because I don't want people to camp on here. And on top of that, there's an eyeball. So if you shoot this, it's a mine, and it'll kill anyone on top of it. So this is to deter people from going over here. So these are like weird type of Synotica type fish that I just put here. And like I made each one of them a little bit different, so that they're not all the same. Some of them might have their mouth open more, shut more. And yeah, it's like a weird fish, because inside this map sharks attack you, and this is Halo, so I made my own version of that, kind of. So I'll go over the map. The hardest part has to be the front of the ship, this part. I rotated this all by hand. None of this is snapped on. Every single object I placed here, nothing is snapped. It's all hand placed. So for the map, you can actually sit on these edges over here and just walk across, walk around. Intended feature. For the engine though, I couldn't really make the engine part, so I made this like sci-fi like giant ass engine. Kinda looks cool. Yeah, but it glows inside the water. This is maxed out on resources, by the way. But yeah, for medkits, there is medkits around the map. There's a medkit underneath here. There's a medkit right there. There's medkits up here. Which, by the way, these are actual proper size. There's medkits over here. There's medkit right there. There's a medkit right there. Now, the only thing that's not accurate is that this right here is supposed to be the same size as this. See this? This is supposed to be the same size. It's supposed to be a metal railing that just goes up. So, if I were to remake this map or touch it up, I would make this whole entire area bigger and push out this area just so these stairs could have more room to breathe. This crate was also changed. As you notice, it looks different. I made it this way so that people could actually jump inside of it and like chill and hide or shoot. Up top, it does have the beams and poles that I put up. This shark pit, it has a kill barrier, because it's not deep enough for you to actually die. Now the reason why I made it this shallow is because that I want people to be able to see like all of the bodies stacked up down here. So if a lot of people were not living down here, you would see all of the bodies. It has little crates you can hide behind. I made sure you can walk behind all of this stuff so you don't get stuck. So you can do like ring around the rosy with your friend and fight them. The map, I think, is amazing. It's very accurate. The bottom even has stuff. These pillar beams save the map. Another thing that I hate about this map is this. I hate that I had to use this to make it, because these like square columns, beams, poles are supposed to be for decor, whatever, however you say it. So it looks weird whenever you make something out of what's supposed to be edging for something. It just looks weird. But I had to. These windows are from MCC version, and you can go through them one way, but you can't go through the other way. That's not the only thing. These windows are very weird. If you were to hit this going at any amounts of speed, you survive. So watch. So this fall, I would definitely die no matter what, but watch. It doesn't do anything. Now, the reason why this probably does this is because that they didn't actually set a, how would you say it? Like, they didn't set how elasticity it is. So, like, inside of it, if this was a trampoline and you hit a trampoline, okay, and you're going really, really fast, the trampoline isn't going to stop you. Like, if you're falling 100 feet onto a normal trampoline, you're going to break the trampoline, or you're going to fly so far, the trampoline spring is going to push down and bounce you back up, but you're going to hit the ground. Okay? This does not have that, because they never actually finished making this. So, it stops you with all of your momentum, but you take no fall damage on top of it. So not only that it instantly stops you like a wall, no matter how fast you're going, I'm pretty sure, but it also doesn't kill you, which it should. Like other force shields, if you go too fast, you'll just go straight through them because of your speed and force. These ones you don't. So you can definitely use that to stop your fall and do really cool stuff with it. Cockpit looks pretty nice. I put this up here. If this wasn't here, this is how it would look. Now, these beams down here, I put here. These ones right here. Because if you take them out, you can kind of see a lot. So it's kind of nerfed you a tiny bit, so you can't see as much. You can't jump out this window and fall down here. Also, if you were to delete these, this map does look worse. Yeah, look at it. These pillars significantly upgrade the map. I even have like ones down here, barely covering up the steps. So over here, this is normally closed off, but I open it up. So first, it has my concussion rifle, my favorite weapon inside of Halo. It's not too overpowered. It's fun to use. You can use it for parkour. You can just spam it at someone. It can cause an explosion effect, and it can move around objects. So I think it's amazing. So if you were to, you know, come into here, someone could just toss a grenade, and you would die. So that's why you do not want to be inside of here. So this map took 32 plus hours to build, 106 photos, 21 screenshots, and 8 screen recordings, a total of 12 minutes. I wanted to build this as a Christmas gift to my non-existent fans at this time, just like it last year with the Human Fall Flat rooftop map. Now, if you want to see what this looks like with none of these, I can show you. This is what the map looks like without any of that. As you can see, it's very bare bones. There's like nothing to it. Below the deck though, there's basically just like nothing. There's nothing down here. For the lever, I just use these. I use the tip of the spear for it, right there. There is no soft kill barrier on this map. It is possible to make it to the island if you wanted to, but that's very, very hard to do. This boat, for locations that I could have put it, I thought about either putting it here, over there, here but facing the other way, right there, and over there. Now, I ended up deciding on this location because it looks very nice. Like, look at the scenery of the island. It looks like you just left it, or that you were just far away so that you don't accidentally... There's no docks here, so realistically, if you were inside this situation, you would park the boat over there with an anchor, and then you would have to swim over here. Because as you can see, the water is pretty shallow. Trying to show you it, but there, see? So, I think it looks nice. On top of that, whenever you're fighting on the boat, behind you, you have this scenery of this waterfalls with a cave. And then you have an island, small little island that looks nice. And then you got the sharks inside the water. Underneath here is nothing. Now, if this one, a trawler, which that's Trawler, is a fishing boat that's about this size. It's a tiny bit bigger sometimes. And this whole entire front area is just used for crabs. Now, there's two different types of boats. This whole entire carriage can be filled up with crabs. And you can take off like the top or open up a side hatch to dump them. Or, there's crates. So, this crate over here, you would take this and this whole entire top part would be opened up. Like this kind of, but except you could take out different panels. And you would drop this crate in. And it would just be like a whole bunch of crates. Like all across here, just crates. Just filled with these crabs. And then you would just use a hook like this to take it out and put it on a truck or put it somewhere. I don't know. But that is what a trawler boat is. It's mostly a crab boat, but it also can be a fishy boat. Oh, also, if you have any map recommendations, leave it in the comments. I might consider it if it's good. Make it somewhat small, because I can't really build giant maps on MCC Forge mode. So, bye. Alright chat, we're back from a video, and today we're just going to be going over a recap of my 2025 Halo maps. Now, it is 2026 right now, of the first month, 25th, so a little bit late. This should have been posted somewhere around January the 1st of 2026, but I did record it like a week ago. The recording was shit though, so I'm redoing it again. So we're just going to be going over my two maps I created, all my maps I created for 2025. And we're starting off with my first one, Human Fall Flat Mansion. Now, this is a 1-to-1 replica of the Human Fall Flat map mansion from Human Fall Flat, obviously.